Auntie is there.
Ma, it's 56.
Yes. So we'll have our own time and then we'll sing a lot and practice. Don't worry. Okay. So I think you can create space for tomorrow itself. 1 hour for Gurukul singing practice. Yes. Yes, you guys can go live. Ma, demo அவங்க ஆல்ரெடி ஸ்கிரீன் காமிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க பாருங்க.
They're projecting us, sir. Get out.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
She went to call already. I got my choice. Nobody's done. I want to come back.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Nithyananda, welcome back to all of the viewers after the power manifestation segment. And many of you had the blessing and opportunity to be able to have your body scanned by the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul and witness the power demonstration, the demonstration of the powers of Paramashiva, where the Balasans are expressing the power of the third eye, where they're not even using their biological eyes and reading and interacting and seeing literally the whole world through the third eye. It is a absolutely wonderful phenomenon. And not just that, it is possible for each and every one of you to also manifest and express these powers of Paramashiva. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiates through the darshan and diksha of Devi Parashakti, as well as all the other divine cosmic beings, and through the Nithyananda Satsang, and through all the ritualistic sevas, the initiation into manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. And at the end of this program, you'll also have a chance to begin manifesting these powers and start playing and start radiating the space of Shakti Nipada, or the space of oneness and feeling deep connection with the Guru and with Paramashiva. Now let us enter into the next segment of today's program, the introduction to Devi Parashakti, the introduction to Akashic reading, and the introduction to how you can ask your questions today if you'd like to. Now, many of you might be wondering, what are Akashic readings exactly? And you might have gone to different types of predictions and different types of horoscopes, astrology, where you have your prediction made. But please understand that the Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is not something like you have experienced before. It is a offering which is far beyond any kind of prediction that anyone can make on your life, because it is an reading from the cosmic archives, directly from what is there and that is there recorded in the archives of past, present, and future. And it is directly a reading from the cosmic archives. Now, what are the cosmic archives? The cosmic archives are a record of everything which has happened, which is happening right now, and what will happen, what is yet to happen. It is everything that all of us have been through, all of our thoughts, words, information, all of the plans that we make and the actions that we take, everything is recorded in the cosmic archives. And understand that the cosmic archives, the Akashic records, are not in the dimension of time. They are stored in the dimension of space. Many of us are familiar with the dimension of time. Beyond that is the dimension of space. And in the dimension of space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously, meaning that there is no past, no present, and no future. There is no differentiation between all of these things. So everything that has yet to happen, what is already happening, or what has happened already, everything is thus clearly already recorded. And there's no dimension of space. Sorry, there's no dimension of time here. So it is very easy for us to access and read the Akashic record, see in one glimpse the whole thing at a time. So yes, let us now begin this introduction into Devi Parashakti.
Yes. So we'll move on to the next segment about the divine feminine consciousness. And we'll chant the Lita Sahasranama. Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurat Taranaya Shekaram Smitamuki Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyamalipurna Ratna Jasakam Raktotpalam Vibhratim Saumyam Ratna Gatasta Rakta Charana Paramambikam.
I'll chant translation. The Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in vermilion, red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, and one hand holding the jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus.
Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshi Dhrutapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadi Viravrutam Ayukairahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavanim.
Yes, and the English translation. I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the gourd, the bow, and flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within me.
So Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, Parashakti, is the cosmic mother. It is a cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and goes in. The source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, and in which all of us are going to merge.
And out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti is manifesting through the embodied form as Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving good boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
So, in the words of Parashakti herself, praising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Krimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is in Kailasa Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as a part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took the Nijavatara here to give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbhaswarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayabbana, Samraja Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing, listen, people to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Continuing on, Parashakti, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifests source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence. From the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis as Ichcha, Kriya, and Jnana Shakti, growing as the 4 Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 grahas, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make truth blossom and to do good, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you.
Yes, so literally, you're seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. And she is there in your screen. So let us always receive her very traditionally. So keep 2 betel leaf, a banana, a betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen and watch Devi. So the coin is considered as the traditional dakshina, and it can be of any lowest value. It can be even 1 paise in Indian money, and it can be even 1 cent in US dollars.
And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And after the darshan is over, you can take the betel leaf, betel nut, and banana. After you do namaskaram, take it as prasadam immediately. And you can collect all the coins and send it to the LA temple. This betel leaf, the betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really Parashakti is there, and you will not take the Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you to raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior.
Yes, so this is how the tambulam should be arranged: a plate with a betel leaf, 1 banana, betel nut, and a coin. So we will now be moving on to the next segment.
Now let us understand what are the Akashic records and how can they manifest breakthrough in your life. Yes, Akashic records are records of eternity. Whatever has happened in time is already there as a file, and nothing can be destroyed. Please understand that none of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen. And Akashic records are the verbal, visual, 5-dimensional document. Whatever is happening is getting continuously recorded. All the information you collected from all of your births, from amoeba to the thousands and thousands of births that you have taken until now, is in your DNA. You can access some of these records just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Yeah, the next slide, please. We can go on to the next slide. Yes, and like I had already mentioned, the Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time, stars are past, present, and future. But in the Akashic records, there is no past, present, and future. And that is why what you call as happened, happening, and yet to happen are clearly already recorded. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, nobody has the right to comment on these readings. Nobody has the right to manipulate these readings, and nobody has the right to interpret and comment these readings. They are complete unto themselves, and for anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment. They do not need to practice any spiritual practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. And in fact, the next segments, we will be understanding, reading the divine revelations of Devi Parashakti as well. As the avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to your questions, to the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. Yes. So now I'll chant the Shastra Pramana for the Akashic reading. This is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61 and Sutra 84. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram shabdatma tatchana devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space, Bhairava. The next slide, please. The Apta Pramana for the Akashic reading is from the Mahabharata. In the Hindu Purana, the Mahabharata narrates the story of the sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in human form and reasons of all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but he was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. He was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Manduka Muni. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says that all the information that you collected from all your births is in your DNA, and you can access some of these just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records, will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, and leading you to experience enlightenment. Paramashivoham. The initiated Balasams can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, edit, upgrade, and change the Akashic records. During the darshan and dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. So in summary, the benefits that you can receive from the Akashic reading are absolutely immeasurable. But if I were to summarize in just a few more points, what you'll be able to get is the most accurate and unbiased answer to any purpose or any everyday part of your life. You can be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just a look or a word. You can understand the reasons behind your life's happenings, receive the blessings to fulfill your life's purpose and your right desires, and get the clarity to redesign your future. So all of this is what you can ask during the Akashic reading, and the benefits, the immense amount of transformation that you will be able to get. Yes, so now that we know this, let us now proceed and understand how we can ask our questions and request our prayers to Devi Parashakti today. It's going to be an amazing experience. Now you can ask your question in any of the live Bhava Samadhi darshans. Make sure you're asking during the live Bhava Samadhi darshan, as in when Parashakti gives the darshan and is giving the diksha. During that time, you can request your prayer to Devi Parashakti. And not only that, Parashakti has made herself available in all of the social media platforms. So she herself is seeing your question, and with her eyes and her grace, she will decide to answer your question and give you the boons, the blessings, or the guidance you need in order to manifest powerful breakthrough in your life. Yes, so let us understand how you can ask your questions today. Many of you are already watching on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, and further also make sure that you are a member of our YouTube channel. Underneath this video, you can go to Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel to subscribe, or you can go to click the join button in order to join as a member, and then you can go to the chat option and you can ask your question, receive your prayers and blessings for your prayers in the chat of the YouTube live video. Yes, the next slide, please. So the next platform that you are able to ask your questions is Facebook. The live feed is always available on Facebook, and many of you are already watching on Facebook. If you are, please make sure that you are liking and following the official Nithyananda Facebook page. Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda, SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam is the official Facebook page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Please make sure you're liking and following. And underneath this live video, you can ask your questions as well in the comment section.
So the next is the Twitter. So if you're not a member or not a follower of the Twitter at Sri Nithyananda, you can follow Sri Nithyananda in the Twitter, official Twitter account. And you can ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet with the hashtag AskTheAvatar.
And you also have an option to go to Instagram. Every day a post will be made in order to ask your questions. In the comments of that post, you can ask your question in the comments using also the hashtag AskTheAvatar. Also that you're following the @Sri Nithyananda account on Instagram.
And next is if you're not following the Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, you have a beautiful option and asking a question in the WhatsApp chat in the kailasa.org website. So you can search for kailasa.org and ask your questions in the WhatsApp chat and connect with Parashakti and receive blessings directly from Parashakti. So with that, we'll be moving on to the next segment of this program after a short break.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We get you help. We
get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude. I welcome you all.
உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோரும்
the revelations made by Devi Parashakti and
உத்திரம் கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனித பிறவி. நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனிதப் பிறவி. அந்த மனிதப் பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம், மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது.
Yes. So we will now be understanding the translation of Devi's words exactly mapped into English. So Devi has revealed saying, listen, Andajam, Yonijam, Jalajam, Bijam. Like this, in 4 types of birds, in more than 84,100,000 yonis in all these birds, the most greatest birth of them all is human birth. Yes, ma'am, you can unmute yourself. Sorry, ma'am, Punapriya, can you unmute yourself?
About that. Even in that human birth, being born and toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics, in finance, in luxuries, in dharma, artha, kama.
And those who decide of not wanting this birth, wanting only moksha, only those will have Hindu dharma yonijam. The Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents.
Human birth is uttama uttamam. Sanatana Hindu dharma, human birth is uttama uttamam.
Yes, so everyone who took this uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the signs of living enlightenment and Sanatana dharma.
And also they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do this responsibility.
So after coming to Bhuloka by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana dharma, Maya, she is taking away all their soul.
Understand and carefully, I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who gave the commitment of protecting Sanatana Dharma, even by giving their life.
So after getting the body because of painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed, for those who forgot to protect Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them all to the list of those who are not worthy of living.
Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly, for those who understand that even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Virasvarga and Kailasa Padavi.
For any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu birth, there is no other way for them.
Sanatana Hindu Dharma, human birth is Uttamottama, human birth. Your world are immense. Also, your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is responsibility.
So those who do not protect Dharma, they do not have the right to live. Understand properly, all those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand.
The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect that Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living.
So after that, what bothers whether you live or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you, so that the burden on earth is reduced, and seeing that Maya, she will keep quiet.
So let us understand what is the responsibility of Hindus and why we need a Hindu nation.
Yes, so the Hinduism represents the most indigenous spiritual and open framework model of civilization that stands for global peace, vegetarianism, non-violence, yoga, worship of nature, temple-based living, manifesting the super spiritual powers and inherent divinity of every being.
And the Hindu nations were ecosystems where more and more enlightened beings could be produced, so that enlightened civilization could be kept alive and its great gifts shared with the world.
So, reference of the Hindu nations from the ancient Hindu scriptures.
The Hindu nation ruled by Bhagwan Rama, the Ram Rajya, there were no widows to lament, nor there were any danger from wild animals, nor any fear born of diseases. The world was bereft of thieves and robberies. No one felt worthless, nor did old people perform obsequies concerning youngsters. Every creature felt pleased. Everyone was intent on virtue, turning their eyes towards Rama only. Creating creatures did not kill one another. And this is the description from Valmiki Ramayana.
Yes, again, the Ramayana, Valmiki beautifully says in the Yuddha Kanda, people survived for thousands of years, thousands of their progeny, all free of illnesses and grief. The trees, they were bearing flowers and fruits regularly without any inquiry, without any injury by pests and insects. The clouds were raining in time and the wind was delightful to the touch. Every caste were performing their own duties, satisfied with their own work, and bereft of any greed. So people were intent on virtue and lived without telling lies. See, all the people were endowed with excellent characteristics and all were engaged in virtue.
And in Yudhishthira's kingdom, Sadeva's on. The world became free of all diseases. There was no hunger or thirst anywhere. There was no mental suffering. Those without livelihood were given livelihood. There was abundance all around. There was no worldly worries left for anyone, and there was no cause to fear either. Happiness on earth was in fact even greater than in the heavens. And this is the description from Srimad Mahabharata.
Yes. So what are the contributions of Hindu nations? So Hindu nations had and has so much to contribute to the world in every field. The field of enlightenment, health, the field of medicine, art, science, technology, aviation, dance and music, clothes and jewelry, social system, judicial system, the political system, and the legal system.
So how were Hindu nations actually destroyed?
So if you see, the phase one destruction of the Hindu civilization by the Islamic invasions between 800 to 1700 AD, the physical destruction of the Hindu civilization. So the Mohammedan conquest of India is probably the bloodiest story in history. The Islamic historians and scholars have recorded with great glee and pride the slaughters of Hindus, forced conversions, abduction of Hindu women and children to slave markets, and destruction of temples carried out by the warriors of Islam during the 800 AD to 1700 AD, and millions of Hindus were converted to Islam by sword during this period. So, million more were raped and murdered and dismembered.
And then the second phase was the Islamic invasions, the first phase continued was that Hindus are like the description from the Islamic law prescribed for Hindus conveyed that Hindus are like the mud. If silver is demanded from them, they must, with greatest humility, offer gold. If a Mohammedan desires to spit into a Hindu's mouth, the Hindu should open it wide for the purpose. God created the Hindus to be slaves to the Mohammedans. The Prophet had ordained that if the Hindus do not accept Islam, they should be imprisoned, tortured, and finally put to death, and their property confiscated. To keep the Hindus in abasement is especially a religious duty because they are the most inveterate enemies of the Prophet.
So you can see the Islamic invasion, literally 200 million were Hindus slaughtered by the Muslim invaders, 100,000 temples were destroyed, and more than 1 million deities and sculptures were destroyed just by the invasion of the Mughals.
And then the phase 2 was the British occupation from 1700 to 1947. The economic and psychological destruction of the Hindu civilization was vast during this time. According to Will Durant, I have seen a great people starving to death before my eyes, and I am convinced that the exhaustion and starvation are due not, as their beneficiaries claim, to overpopulation and superstition, but is to the most sordid and criminal exploitation of one nation by another in all recorded history. And here you can see the photos from the Bengal famine.
Yes.
Yeah, these are
And the British Empire used all the possible means to destroy the Hindu civil and cultural institutions in order to delegitimize, demoralize the indigenous people of India so they would become slaves in their own homeland. So you can see discriminatory laws to instill feelings of the racial inferiority, engineered famines to starve the natives into submission, annexed Hindu kingdoms to undermine the native rule, mistranslated Hindu scriptures to instill anti-Hindu narratives, destroyed indigenous Gurukul education system, destroyed local industries and forced importation of British goods, and banned the Indians from owning or producing the firearms.
the British came to one of the richest countries of the world, and over 200 years of exploitation, looting, and destruction reduced it to a poster child of the third world poverty. And this is a quote from Sashi from the Indian Parliament. And over the course of the British occupation, over $45 trillion was looted from India, with 45 million Hindus put to death due to famines and poverty imposed by the British policies and reprisal killings of the 1857 mutiny, and over 680 native kingdoms usurped by the British Raj.
Yes, and the phase 3 includes a secular India. So the brown phase is British attitudes and policies towards Hindus. So Jawaharlal Nehru, so it says, what a disgusting savage people we are. Politics, progress, socialism, communism, science. So where are they before this black religious savagery? So India can never be a Hindu republic. So this is what exactly was said by Jawaharlal Nehru. And that is where the civilization's destruction started.
And in the phase of secular India, if Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, Hinduism is a menace to liberty and equality and fraternity. It is incompatible with democracy. Hindu Raj must be prevented at any cost. And this is the words of the first law minister and principal architect of the Indian Constitution.
And the modern Indian legal system, academia, and media all systematically undermine, suppress, and delegitimize the institutions and the culture.
And the media narratives use stereotypes to demoralize Hindus. Bollywood and other mainstream media outlets consistently portray Hindu gods and gurus as cartoonish, dishonest, corrupt sex fiends in a manner similar to the British imperial propaganda. And these media narratives are used to shape the human consciousness and further political agendas. Racist British colonial stereotypes portraying Hindus as superstitious, backwards, and dishonest, corrupt, are perpetuated by their brown British successors in modern India unabated.
So, the revival of Hindu nation, so how was it possible? And how was it done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism?
So, from the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, during the time of Mahabharata, we Hindus had 56 deshas, countries, 200 states, 1,700 samsthanas, and 10,000 sampradayas. In all 56, we Hindus are persecuted. Now we have lost all of the 56. The last one to fall was Nepal. I am the collective voice of all the persecuted Hindus. I will revive and rebuild a Hindu nation built on Vedagamic principles as a refuge for all the practicing and aspiring Hindus, a safe haven for all persecuted Hindus.
Yes. So this revival of the Hindu nations is for the life of the Enlightenment, and all the great things it has to offer to the world, and bringing legitimacy to all the offerings, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and sharing it with the whole world is the purpose of this Kailasa, the Hindu nation.
So the administration of Kailasa will be revived with the cosmic constitution. Kailasa is the model nation of how enlightened civilization should be living and administered. Politics, judiciary, education, economy, everything will be revived as Paramashiva revealed in the Vedagamic Sanatana Hindu Dharma scriptures.
And being one of the most persecuted civilizations, Hinduism is on the brink of extinction such that the next generation may know about Hinduism only through historical books. So what can we do to stand up for the Hindu civilization and all that it has to offer to the world?
Today, Hinduism is a political orphan. The preservation and restoration of Hinduism's scriptural and cultural heritage is impossible without a Hindu identity. So what can we do to save Hinduism?
Yes. So reclaiming our Hindu identity, that is the only solution to save Hinduism and the Hindus and the destruction of the civilization.
And as many of us know, Hinduism is responsible for our successful life. If you are healthy, wealthy, rich, successful, peaceful, happy, respectable, have a stable family, and have a best mental health, Hinduism is responsible. Hindu identity is responsible. Hindu scriptures are responsible. It is the Hindu scriptures which gave us the best mental setup. All the best things we Hindus have, Hindu scriptures are responsible.
And Hindus are the richest and the most successful ethnic community in the world. Hindu scriptures, Hindu lifestyle, our enlightened masters are responsible for this, and Hindu thought currents are responsible for this.
And not just anti-Hindu elements being active, it is a responsible Hindus being inactive that is responsible for this whole destruction of Hinduism. Let us now take responsibility for Hinduism and let all the Hindus all over the world reclaim our Hindu identity.
Yes, so what is the responsibility of all the Hindus that we need to be doing?
It is the responsibility of Hindus to revive this enlightened civilization again and again and give all the gifts of the enlightened civilization to humanity. Revival of the enlightened civilization, the Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is the survival need of humanity.
So inviting all the Hindus, the born Hindus, practicing Hindus, sympathetic towards Hinduism, curious towards Hinduism, who's wanting to explore and enjoy Hinduism, please come and be a part of this huge revival.
And here you come up in Guruji's own words, why Kailasa, the only Hindu nation, is needed for humanity.
Contribution. Hinduism, Veda Agamas have great things to contribute to the world. Like the great power manifestation science, the ancient culture and arts, the ancient lifestyle truths, the ancient medical practices and medicinal knowledge, the ancient indigenous cultural heritage and jewelry, perfume, dance, music. In every level, Hinduism has so much to contribute. Veda Agamic traditions have so much to contribute. To share all this with the world, to contribute to the world. Hindus need to tell the world what they are contributing in every level. The brand of Hinduism itself is enriching and empowering and enlightening. Hinduism is all about enlightening the world. Empowering, enlightening, enriching the world. Contributing. That is our spiritual life. That is our spiritual strength. That is our spiritual core principle. O humanity, I request you with folded hands, some one corner of the world, if you just give me few hundred acres, I will keep this whole science alive. Leave it for the whole humanity freely. Fortunately, Paramashiva has given me the power to decode all this Hindu medicinal system, Hindu judiciary system, Hindu social law and order system, Hindu power manifestation system, Hindu mental science system, Hindu yogic sciences, the sciences of Hindu biology, Hindu physics, Hindu psychology, Hindu physiology, Hindu chemistry, all this Paramashiva has given me the power to decode. Whatever the remaining scriptures are available with the humanity, Paramashiva has blessed me, and I have collected, not only I have collected and organized, I can decode. This whole science can be kept alive in any one corner of the world. Just few hundred acres are given for me to live peacefully and exist peacefully. I can store this whole thing alive and contribute it to humanity. Humanity and better contribution.
Yes. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment of this program, and we'll be moving on to the next segment of this program after a short break. Thank you, everyone. We'll be meeting you in the next segment after a short break.
Nithyananda. Now, we'll begin the next segment of today's program on the offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti. These are beautiful ways that you can understand, deepen the feeling connection that you have with Devi Parashakti. I request the slides to be projected for the offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. Yes. Thank you. Understand that offering is giving a gift, a divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness, and it consists of two parts. giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. An offering is not made out of fear or out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only for the purpose of enlightenment. Again, this offering is entirely for the purpose of enlightenment only. And it is such a beautiful way that each and every one of us can deepen our connection to Devi Parashakti.
Yes. So next we'll move on to the Dhyana Shloka from the Manunmani Dhyanam. So, Induni Bhaveda Karavakni Nayanam Syat Pankajavara Japaksha Sarayuktam Angahimabhushana Vichitra Vasanam Syat Tunga Makutojvala Manunmani Swarupam.
Yes. We can now the English translation. Moonlight face holding the Vedas on hand, fire in eyes with the lotus flower, gracing and blessing hands on one hand with the japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments and wonderful clothes and shining bright crown. Her name is Manonmani.
The next Dhyana Sloka from the Manunmani Dhyanam, it says, Dhyaya Devim Trinetram Sashiri Bhavadanam Vedahastam Dadhanam Savye Padmam Varadama Pare Chapayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanai Vibhushita Tanum Brahmadi Vipujitam Devi Meva Manunmanim Pratidinam Kamarta Datrim Shubham.
And the English translation once again. I meditate on Devi with 3 eyes glowing like a moon and holding the Vedas, lotus embracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. Once again, this is from the Moolagama Manonmani Dhyanam. So let us understand of the divine element gold. Here is a Shastra Pramana from the Atharva Veda.
Yes, so the Shastra Pramana, it says, Treda Judam Janmanedam Hiranyam Agnerakam Priyatamam Bhabhuva Somaskai Minisasya Parapatata Apamekam Veda Sambreta Ahustatte Hiramyam Trividaspyatyavise.
Yes, and the translation. Triply born by birth is this gold from the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from some Soma when it was heard. One they call the seed of virtuous and power. Apaha, let that triple gold be for your long life. Now, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, gold is a divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of pure spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity.
Yes. So gold is present in all the scriptures, like the Vedas, the Agamas, the Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, Puranas. All Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal, which purifies our very being. So in Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold, and ritual feasts were offered in golden bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. It was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold, streets would have huge columns, huge archways made of gold, and horses and cows were dressed up in gold.
The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya, the river of gold in the Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavardhani in the Atharva Veda. The gold is a supreme element for offering gifts to the ones we love and revere. And even in the Vedic civilization, temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold. And because it preserves that enlightenment energy for thousands of years, it literally lasts forever.
Yes. So with that, we'll be moving on to the first offering to Devi Parashakti. the Ehundi Offering. So the Shastra Pramana, it says, Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Bhayapaha, Shambhavi Sharada Radhya, Sharvani Sharmadayini.
Yes, and the English translation? Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear. Now, if there is any fear in the minds of devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi Parashakti likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant that autumn of our lives, when thoughts turn more and more inwards, the role of the divine is known and understood clearly. The need for Devi worship becomes stronger. So here in this verse, Shambhavi means the consort of Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Sharadharadhya means worshipped by Sharada or Devi Saraswati. Sharvani means wife of Lord Shiva. And in the Linga Purana, Lord Shiva is called Sharva in his earth form. Sharmadayini means Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. Now, today you can offer gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti, and you will receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti through this Ehundi offering.
Yes, the next offering is offering of Sankalpa chanting. The Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12 and verse 34, says, Tayaitan mohyate vishwam saiva vishwam prasuyate staya chitta cha vijanam tushta rudhim prayashyati.
And the English translation, the goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. The God is being prayed without interest. Anything gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. Once again, this is from the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 34. Offering the sankalpa or the conscious resolution blesses the person offering with all the fruition and all of the desires and wishes he is yearning for.
And the next offering is offering of Devi Sahasranama Kasu. So the Lalita Sahasranama, verse 731, it beautifully says, Nam Parayana Prita. She who likes the repetition of her various names. So this is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti and is a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer a golden coin inscribed with each of these 1008 names and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. It is available at 3 sizes and 3 denominations, $75, $151, and $251. The next offering is the Mukta Anguti, where the Meenakshi Pancharatnam, it says, Mukta Hara Lasat Kirita Ruchira Purnendu Vaktra Prabham Shinjannu Pura Kinkini Manidharam Padma Prabhava Suram Sarva Bhishta Falapradam Girisutam Vani Ramasevitam Meenakshim Pranatosmi Santatamaham Karunya Varam Nitim.
And the English translation, I bow down to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Yes, you can offer this Mukta Anguti, the pearl finger ring, and receive the blessings to be showered by the compassion of Devi Meenakshi, Devi Parashakti, and pure love poured into all of your business endeavors. So once again, if you would like to make these offerings, you don't need to wait. You can go ahead to tiny.cc/Devi offerings. The next slide, please. The next offering is the Padma Pushpa, Swarna Padma Pushpa. And in fact, in the Kamika Agama, the it describes that all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with the lotus flower made of gold. So this is the Swarna Padma Pushpa. And as you can see, it's there in the Kamikagama itself about the golden lotus. And not only the Kamikagama, but there are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in worship of ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on with the mudras and asanas used during the worship involve the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp and petals, and the lotus and itself is a divine flower. In fact, the Shakti of Paramashiva is called a lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is also called a lotus. And the disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus about to bloom. Now, you can offer the golden lotus in any size that you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation in your life. In this, just as the lotus in muddy pond water can grow, you will be blessed to have that strength to grow and evolve and in any adverse situation in your life. The next slide, please. Yes, so the next offering is the Swarna Metti, the gold toe ring. This is a very traditional offering of the gold toe ring. It's a traditional piece of jewelry that all Hindu women wear. And it represents, especially with Devi Parashakti, it represents such auspiciousness. And I'll now chant the Shastra Pramana for the Swarna Metti offering. Nakhadidite samchana namajjanatamo guna padadvaya prabha jala parakrita saroruha. And the English translation. You whose brightness from toenails destroy this darkness of ignorance from the minds of devotees who prostrate at your feet, you whose brightness from 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. The next slide, please. So you can offer this Swarna Metti offering, adorning her sacred feet to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings, even in the most difficult aspects of your life. Once again, the link is provided if you want to proceed with the steps to offer this Swarna Metti offering. The next offering is the Swarna Mangtika, another very traditional piece of jewelry which is offered at the feet of Devi Parashakti, and she can wear it on her hairline. Now understand, the Mangtika actually represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully open. And in the scriptures, Devi Parashakti is referred as Shuddha Sarabhi Varshani, meaning she who makes the nectar flow in all the nerves from Sahasrara Chakra, she who gives a very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And the Sahasrara Chakra is actually the 1,000-petal lotus sitting on top of the crown of the head. And so when that is open and the nectar is flowing from that, that is represented by the Mangtika. So you can offer this Mangtika to Devi and receive blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude in the space of complete completion. Yes. The next offering is one very exciting offering, especially now that it is Guru Purnima season. It is the festival of Guru Purnima. In just one day, we will be starting the Brahmotsavam, the 10-day festival for the Guru Purnima. And this time it'll be extremely celebratory, celebrating the presence of Guru in each and every one of our lives. So we can celebrate that the presence of Guru, the avatar in our lives, through the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. I'll just chant first the pramana for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Nakhadiditi samchana namajjanatamo guna padadvala pradbajala Parakrita Saroruha. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus beauty. In Shlokam number 83 of the Saundarya Lahari, it states that the nails that have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamoguna is darkness, and in the stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees, and constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. Offering this Pratyakshapada Puja is a beautiful way for you to offer your gratitude at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and you will be showered with the blessings and all auspiciousness in your life. Especially now, make sure that you are offering the Pratyakshapada Puja on the Guru Purnima day, which is July 23rd. You can start planning in some way, some form that the Pratyakshapada Puja is offered on your behalf to Devi Parashakti, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the Guru Purnima day. The next slide, please. The next offering is the Vastra Seva. The Vastra Seva is a sacred adornment, the sacred cloth offered at the feet of Devi Parashakti. This is another offering that you can make and offer to receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti. And in summary, we have a list of offerings of everything that you can make today. You have the Ehundi Offering, which you can make for any amount of money and any donation that you feel that you can make today. The Sankalpa chanting, Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mangtika, the Pratyakshapada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. So now, if you are ready and you would like to go to the next step, or you're feeling that sincere inspiration, sincere sacred sentiment to offer at the feet of Devi Parashakti one of these offerings, let us just take you through the steps that you can make next. So if you are either in two categories, one, you are ready to offer today and you would like to proceed with the next steps for your payment and fulfilling that payment, or if you have an intention to offer, understand that even if you have the intention, perhaps you may not be ready yet, but you want to offer Pratyakshapada Puja or any of the offerings that are available today for you to offer. If you have that intention, you can start working towards manifesting that. Now, if you have that intention, you can fill out the registration form. And this might be if you are interested in offering, or you need help in manifesting this offering, or you simply would like more details. Go ahead to tiny.cc/Bhava and fill out the registration form in order to register for any of these offerings and make your intention today. And if you are ready to make the payment, then you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings and proceed with the payment step. After the payment is completed, make sure that you're filling out the Sankalpa 2021 form. So now we will go through a brief walkthrough of how you can make the payments. Yes, so we have this ready. As you can see, this is the link for payment. You can select the offering that you want to make today and then add it to the cart. And after you press add to the cart, you'll proceed to the next page. And here you can click proceed to checkout. And then you fill out your billing details, your payment details, and go ahead and submit your payment today. The next step is to ensure that you are filling out the Sankalpa names form. So this asks for your name and your family members' names and different items that are required in order to make the offering happen, and so that all of the blessings, the auspiciousness from the offering, from the ritual, is bestowed upon you. The next option we have here is also the YouTube Super Chat. So this is an option that you can do if you'd like to make the Ehundi offering or
the next step is to ensure that you are filling out the Sankalpa names form. So this asks for your
So you can go to the option. You have to be a member, so make sure that you are joined as a member. And you can go to the option Super Chat as is shown here. And then once you click on that, you will go through the next steps for payment and for either you can pay through credit card or PayPal for making just any donation that you want to do. So this Super Chat option is a really perfect way, easy way for you to donate if you want and offer your gratitude for the divine presence in your life today. So this brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. I encourage each and every one of the viewers who are watching, ensure that in some way or form you can offer these offerings at the feet of Devi Parashakti. Now, whether it is the offerings of gold or the Pratyaksha Pada Puja or the Vastra Seva, every single offering is such a unique way to fulfill your deep connection with the Cosmic Mother and through the form of a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Understand that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism manifesting today as Devi Parashakti is not a joke. And in fact, that in March of this year, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism did an intense fast. The 35-day Pache Patani fast, Pache Patani Vratam fast, which is an intense, prayerful fast that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism led for 35 days. It was, and not only that, people from all over the world had also been participating, following in the lead of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who was doing this extremely intense fast for healing the world from coronavirus. And it was for healing the world from coronavirus, the impending attack and the extremely overwhelming number of deaths that are happening in India and all over the world from the second and third wave of coronavirus. And not only that, in so many different ways, the effects of the COVID pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had taken up this fast in order to ensure that in order to ensure that the whole world is healed, and so much of positive spiritual energy is brought down, is manifested into the world. And immediately after that 35-day fast, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began manifesting as Devi Parashakti. It was such a beautiful way that after this 35-day fast, actually in the Vedic tradition, the Pache Patani Vratam is a traditional penance and fast taken up by Mahamari Amman, and is traditionally overseen as a ritualistic offering as a traditional fast in the Samayapuram Mariamman temple. And Mariamman is the Kula Devata of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as well, meaning it is the traditional community goddess, community god for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So having this sacred sentiment, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had taken up this extremely powerful fast, and immediately after which Devi Parashakti herself began manifesting for the whole world every single day since then, answering questions and giving boons for people. And we've seen even on NTV how Devi Parashakti has literally transformed the lives of so many people, has literally manifested in so many different ways in the lives of those who are devoted to her, those who declare just out of their simple integrity and simple devotion that they will be devoted to her. Now, we've seen how people have manifested wealth, people have manifested health and longevity and good health in their life, how people have manifested long-lasting relationships. And we've also seen how Devi Parashakti has given the guidance for beginning for so many people on what next to do in them. We understand, of course, that there's so many people who have different various forms of crises in their life, especially in these extremely dark and intense times where we are seeing extreme amounts of deadly disease and pandemics, even pandemics within pandemics. We're seeing so much of social upheaval, crisis, and so much of instability in different authorities and different institutions. We're seeing the failure of the health institution across the world in curbing and protecting the people from the coronavirus pandemic. And across the world, just desperation to seek protection, desperation to ultimately save your life, even at the very basic level. And we have seen how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has opened up the Kailasa COVID care centers, a very beautiful way that he has ensured and given the protection for all human beings, for anyone who needs it at this time. And without discrimination against any caste, creed, religion, any gender, anything, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened the doors of Kailasa for the Kailasa COVID care centers. And in these centers, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is continuously 24/7 ensuring the multi-layer quarantine is established, as well each and every person inside is protected, is given so many supplements even to boost the immunity, the Ayurvedic supplements to boost immunity and protect each and every one. Not only that, ensuring that each and every one is nurtured, fed properly, and taking care of them entirely. Honestly, it's one of the most compassionate and nurturing movements and initiatives that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has taken up. It's such a beautiful way that we've seen the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism serving the public, even in this extreme amount of time of insecurity that we're facing in the outside. So we'll now be entering into the next segment of today's program, where the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham administrators will be giving us the update from Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham and all the Kailasa COVID care centers in India. So once again, thank you for joining us for this program, and we'll be moving on to the next segments of today's program, and we'll be right back with you after a very quick break.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. and setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually, the spiritual prosperity. We happen to whole planet Earth. We all have to coexist together. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, dear viewers, next segment is going to be about Kailasa's multi-layered quarantine opportunity for COVID care protection in India. Now, let us look into the revelations to the world by Devi Parashakti on 12th of May, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, manifesting as Devi Parashakti, revealed that India is the biggest land where enlightened beings happen again and again, flower as the enlightened beings, and benefit the entire world. We cannot afford to lose only Bharadam. We cannot lose the enlightenment womb. In order to save the cosmos from the cosmic deluge, I built a ship called the Adi Kailasa. In order to protect the humanity from the cosmic deluge, I gathered together all the spiritual energy of the cosmos and built the ship called Adi Kailasa. Due to the cunning strategy of the treacherous people and ruling of the enemies, the captain of the ship itself had to leave the ship. Now, let us all come and take a good bath, get protected, and get healed and get all the benefits. Make use of the ship which I built out of huge grace and compassion, and protect yourselves from the huge cosmic deluding destructive dance. For India, I made the ship as protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa, Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navabashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. For all of them, give Anadhan to protect India from the great destruction. I, Parashakti, made this huge ship, even if the captain of the ship is not there. Ship is there. At least 6 months back, I became aware that the multi-layered quarantine is needed to protect people. If you are in India and if you want to protect your immediate family or the extended family, anyone who will listen to you, get them immediately to our campuses. So what we have seen now is a revelation by the Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Nirjavatara, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, revealing that the only solution for the world to protect themselves from COVID-19 is to protect themselves by coming to our campuses, the de facto spiritual embassies, where the Bhusparsha, the Sparsha of the Avatar, where his footprints has landed on these places and specific places in this earth. When you come there and protect, and this is the only way to save yourself from this ongoing pandemic. So now, if you look at the deaths, where we are at the coronavirus live updates, 80,834 new COVID cases in India and 3,000 deaths in last 24 hours. Maharashtra sees over 10,000 cases, 483 deaths. Mumbai reports about 700 less infections. Karnataka, Bengaluru live updates, where you can see that state reports 7,810 fresh cases, 1,300 cases from Bengaluru urban alone. Coronavirus highlights 462 black fungus infections in Bihar, and so far 76 deaths due to black fungus infection. Black fungal infections are the secondary infections. So once you are recovered from COVID, or if you are vaccinated for COVAX, for COVID-19, then you are prone to secondary infections, and these infections cause deadly deaths. The center refutes that the economic report on the underreporting deaths calls it as an misinformed, but we know the truth. Many people from different sources have always come forward and told that there is a lot of underreporting of the deaths that is involved by the government due to various reasons. Black fungal infection has killed over 2,100 people in last 3 weeks. The cases grew 150% to 31,000 people. The doctors at Patna Hospital remove cricket ball sized black fungus from brain of 60-year-old man. COVID diabetes link leading to black fungus, feel experts. COVID-19 directly affects the beta cells of the pancreas, due to which the sugar level of the patient skyrockets. The coronavirus directly damages the beta cells, which causes hyperglycemia. In addition to this, cytokines, storm caused by the COVID-19 and the steroid used for the treatment also contribute to the increased sugar levels. Dr. Sanjay Barada from the Department of Endocrinology says that COVID-19 directly affects the beta cells of the pancreas. So when the first world countries close their borders due to massive global emergency, it is Kailasa who has opened its door to one and all without exception. It is the grace and compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to open his home for one and all unconditionally, free food, free education, free accommodation, free medical care facilities, free internet services. You can work from home. You can do everything that you wish to. And more than anything else, you are going to experience the superconscious breakthrough by being in this Punya Kshetra, the Adhikaya Sanityan Sarvangapitam. So it is a fantastic opportunity for one and all to feel protected in this ongoing pandemic. So we welcome you all to this de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa and feel protected during this ongoing emergency. The free COVID care protection centers that are open across India includes Adi Kailasa in Vidhi. Sorry for the technical glitch. So the Kailasa rushes to help as the India finds itself on the verge of COVID-19 third wave. So in addition to the multiple free COVID care centers that are open in India, there are number of social services, spiritual services that are being offered in these de facto spiritual embassies. And more than anything else, the cosmic revelations by Devi Parashakti on the global pandemic. On just few minutes before, we saw how the governments are not able to report the actual stats for various reasons. But on the other hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifesting as the Devi Parashakti, preparing the humanity on what are the next steps. How do you prepare yourself? How do you protect yourself from this ongoing pandemic? What are the different steps that you need to do medically, spiritually, and physically for you to protect yourselves from the ongoing pandemic? He is continuously preparing the humanity, making them enabled, empowered on this global emergency situation. The number of social services that are offered during the pandemic in these de facto spiritual embassies across India includes the medical care, infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people, emergency ambulances, personal protective medical equipments, food security management through food banks, organic farming, emergency ambulances, ICU on wheels, etc. So we welcome one and all to this amazing opportunity to be part of this COVID Care Protection Center and evolve yourself spiritually and feel protected in this ongoing pandemic. So let's take a few minutes to register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So let's take a few minutes for you to register in this link, kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. And to give a glimpse of the huge history, legacy of Kailasa's humanitarian services worldwide under Kailasa's Department of State, one can see the Saffron Om working for world peace, conflict resolution, and religious freedom. One can see above in the picture, it shows the
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightened.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
and welcome back. Global services under Kailasa's Department of State. Now, this is really the legacy, the history, more than the proof of concept for the various humanitarian services offered by Kailasa's Department of State. Amongst the various services, Saffron Om works for world peace, conflict resolution, and religious freedom. One can see in the pictures peace walk by millions of peacekeepers of Kailasa in the sacred town of Tiruvannamalai in South India, being one of the examples of the efforts for world peace. The Red Om provides relief work for natural and man-made calamities, working to eliminate world hunger so that no stomach goes without food. In fact, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam says, before a person feels hungry and asks for food, food shall be available. That is the aim and motto of Kailasa's food services. Here one can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, personally organizing relief efforts and Thane flood relief in the state of Puducherry in 2012. The Blue Om here, working for animal rights and prevention of cruelty towards animals. In Hinduism, cows are worshipped and endeared as Gomata, who embodies 330 million deities and is a form of the cosmic mother herself. The picture in this shows beautifully how the Gomata, the mother cow, with her calf is spending time with the Balasans, the child saints of the Nithyananda Gurukul in Adi Kailasa in Vidhi. White Om, providing the psychological healing, spiritual counseling, and a superconscious breakthrough. One can see here engineering college students attending a meditation program organized by Kailasa's White Om in Karnataka in 2008. The Yellow Om provides Sat Vidya, yogic, Ayurvedic solutions, and medical care, including access to libraries and knowledge. At the top, one can see one of Kailasa's many free medical camps set up during the relief efforts for the Thane cyclone relief in Pondicherry region in 2012. And in the bottom, one can see free yoga classes held around the world organized by Yellow Om for people of all ages. The Green Om works for protecting the environment. Organic fruits, vegetables, and grains cultivated by the peacekeepers of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the produce is offered as Annadan, charitable service of providing free organic meals to everyone through various embassies and centers of Kailasa. Kailasa's Department of Health makes the traditional kashayams, or the sacred medicines from the Siddha tradition, for all the residents taking refuge from the COVID-19 pandemic within Adi Kailasa's protective, preventive, multi-layered quarantine facility. The following is the concoction being made within the Adi Kailasa campus. Each and every herb being used in the concoction has been organically grown within the campus itself, adhering to the guidelines laid down by Paramashiva in the Vedas and in the Agamas. So one can see here literally how the kashayam is made, the constituents of it, which include curry leaves, mango leaves, neem leaves, dhruva grass, drumstick leaves, bilva leaves, lemon leaves, the night jasmine flower, that leaves, tulsi leaves, guava leaves, and what is called the herb Ponnangani leaves, Kiranelli leaves, pomegranate leaves, agatti leaves, fig leaves, jaggery, and ginger. One can see here how these various herbs are mixed together and put to a boil, and the resultant mixture, the syrup that comes, is the kashayam, which helps in very many ways, including importantly immunity boosting. And how each of these leaves play their role, what is their efficacy, what are their medicinal properties. Let us see. Curry leaves, they help with smooth digestion, cleanse the stomach and intestines. As many of us would know, curry leaves form a very primary component of seasoning in all Hindu cooking. In Bhaga Shastra, curry leaves play a major role as they prevent the growth of cancer cells in the body, increase the growth of hair, increase red blood cells, increase the hemoglobin level. Mango leaves, they stop vomiting, stop the nauseous sensations, stop hiccups, and boost immunity. Neem leaves, remove digestion problems, remove parasites from stomach, heal skin-related diseases, boost immunity, cure chickenpox, clear all lung-related problems. The dhruva grass, as one can see, kills germs, increases immunity, helps with the menstrual cycle, strengthens the bones, increases longevity, and cures urine-related problems. Drumstick leaves, they help in maintaining the blood pressure and sugar, cure ulcer, and help with the menstrual cycle. Bilva leaves, they cure fever, remove eye-related problems, prevent the infectious diseases, remove chest pain, and help in breathing. Lemon leaves remove all urinary problems, heal skin diseases, remove tooth pains, strengthen the heart, reduce fat. The night jasmine leaves, they remove breathing related problems, cure all lung and stomach related illnesses, heal fever, remove worms from the intestine. One can see here how every symptom of the deadly coronavirus, where all the parts of the body get affected by the corona, these leaves play a primary role in battling those, preventing those organs from being impacted in the first place. Guava leaves help with reduction of fat in overweight patients, help with digestion problems, maintain sugar levels in the blood, stop loose motion, remove ulcers in the stomach, heal throat infections, remove mouth ulcers, heal all teeth-related problems, remove foul-smelling breath, prevent cancer. Tulasi leaves heal malaria fever, remove kidney stones, remove poisonous liquids from the system, remove stomach and mouth ulcers, remove foul-smelling breath, heal all teeth-related problems, remove headache. The Ponnangani leaves remove all eye-related problems, help with growth of hair. The Keranelli leaves cure even jaundice, remove cold, stop loose motion, and remove teeth pain. Pomegranate leaves prevent cancer, cure all heart-related problems, maintain the blood pressure, cure skin problems. Agatti leaves remove germs from the system, stop a running nose, heal wounds, reduce the body heat, increase the hair growth, remove long-time cough, remove skin diseases. The Atti leaves maintain sugar levels, remove excess cholesterol, remove ulcers, help with digestion, remove external swellings. Ginger, a component very frequently used in Hindu cooking, helps with vomiting, removes headaches, prevents cancer, removes nauseous sensations, helps with digestion, increases hair growth. Amla helps with digestion, removes gas. And as one saw just one of these magical concoctions or potions called kashayams, how they help in boosting one's immunity level. So to experience this and a pure Vedic lifestyle, maintaining multi-level quarantine facility as your protection at the physical level, and immense spiritual support in the form of the spiritual lifestyle, which is a part of everyday life, the spiritual routine in the Enlightenment spiritual ecosystems. To experience all this, join the COVID Care Protection Center. You can register through the link below, https://kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, https://kailasa.org/KAILASACART. Let's take a few minutes now to register ourselves at this link and join the COVID Care Protection Center.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved
and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet Earth flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet Earth. We all have to coexist together. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your
What?
Yes, Nithyanandam, thank you for joining with us back. So next we are going to watch a very interesting video. So we have seen that on 12th of May 2021, Devi Parashakti has revealed that the only solution for the humanity to protect themselves from ongoing pandemic is to dip themselves in the Navapashana, Nithyananda Vaidyasarovar Lingam, Ananda Lingam in Vaidyasarovar in Adi Kailasa. That is the only solution, only alchemy that Paramashiva himself has made 12 years before and made it prepared for the humanity for us to get protected from this ongoing pandemic. So now what we're going the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji has prepared the sacred concoction. The Navapashana Lingam is made of the sacred concoction, and that has got immense healing properties. So, which is getting ripened with this Guru Purnima that is going to be used as a solution for the whole of the humanity to get benefited. So, what we are going to watch is a video from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he is actually preparing the whole concoction, guiding and micromanaging and officiating this whole process of preparation of Navapashana, which was ultimately made as the 21 feet Lingam. So let's get ready to watch this video and enjoy.
போக நவபாஷானத்திலே பண்ணி வச்சிட்டாரு. அந்த நாபாஷானத்தோட 1008 மூலிகைகளையும் சேர்த்து பண்றோம். சேர்த்து சுதாமூர்த்தியா பண்ணி வைக்கிறோம். அதப்பா உருண்டையெல்லாம் எடுத்து பாக்கல, நல்லா வேகட்டும். உள்ள அடுக்கு மேல அடுக்கு என்ன ஹீட் பத்தியா? அந்த நெருப்பு போய் அவளை ஹீட் இருக்காது, இந்த நெருப்பு எங்க ஹீட்டா இருக்கணும். காரணம் எரிஞ்சது எரியுது. சாம்பலாக்கணும், படம் போடுறதுக்கு. அப்படியே போட்டு எவ்வளவு இருக்கு சாம்பார்? நான் உருண்டை பிடிச்சா பாதி ஆயிடுதுல. மொத்தமா எரிச்சு வரும்போது பாத்தீங்கன்னா சும்மா ஒரு இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும். புடம் போட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும். சும்மா ஒரு படிதான் இருக்கும். பருப்பு எத்தனை அதுல முக்கா சாம்பல் இருந்ததுல, அதை புடம் பிடிச்சிட்டீங்க. இவ்வளவுதான் இருப்பாரு. எல்லா உருண்டையும் அடிக்கிறீங்களா? நாலஞ்சு தட்டில் மாற்றி அடுத்து பூத்து வருது பாத்தியா? அந்த சாம்பல் இருக்கு பாரு, அந்த மாதிரி மொத்தமாயிடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் திரும்ப அதை நெய் ஊற்றி இப்ப ஜலிச்சு திரும்ப அதை நெய் ஊற்றி உருண்டை பிடிச்சி எரிக்கணும். சும்மாவே கல்விக்க போறாங்க பண்ணுங்க. எங்க அதை நல்லா பாஷா எடுத்து வந்தீங்க. வீடியோவை பிடிச்சி வச்சுடா, பிடிச்சி வச்சு காமி ஜனங்களுக்கு. நம்ம அலுமினி பாத்திரத்தை பிடிக்காதீங்க. இதை முடிச்சுட்டு செப்பு பிராஸ் ஏதாவது பாத்திரம் வச்சு அதில் பிடிங்க. அடுத்து பிடிக்கிறதுனா அப்ப நல்லா வேவும். புடம் போட போட சாஃப்ட் பார்ட்டிகிள்ஸ் மாதிரி இருந்தா அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்? குழைச்சோம்னா அப்படியே கப்புன்னு சில பிடிச்சிடும். புரியுதா? பண்ணிட முடியும்.
மெடிசனல் குவாலிட்டியும் ஜாஸ்தி ஆகிடும். க்யூர் ஆக ஆக இதில் சேர்க்குற மெடிசன் வந்து குணம் கெடாமல் இருக்கும். சாலிட் பார்ட்டிகிள்ஸ் இருக்கிறது இதில் சேர்க்குற மெடிசனோட குவாலிட்டி குறைஞ்சிரும். இந்த மெடிசன் பேஸ் தானே இது. போடாத, உடைச்சிடாத. நிறைய இருக்கலாம் அப்புறம் இல்லை. என்ன நீங்க தெரியும் லட்டாடி பிடிக்கிறீங்க.
Yes. So now we're going to see some of the updates from the Nithyananda Sekrats University of the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvanya where the Department of Housing, which is responsible for building the multi-layered quarantine living spaces, planning, construction, community development, protection of environment, and other environmental conservation efforts. The Sanatana Hindu Dharma has evolved as a scientific, analytical civilization, and over thousands of years with unbiased intelligence, perfected the building of the village and town structures for preventing the pandemic. That system, which is the most powerful way of housing with the right social structure, is being revived under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji in Adi Kailasa, through Stapatya Vedam. During this critical period of deadly second wave of Corona pandemic, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened the campuses of Kailasas around India as a part of this humanitarian effort to provide relief, safety, social and spiritual welfare to the Indian populace. What we are seeing is the glimpses of Adi Kailasa's protective, preventive, multi-layered quarantine facilities. And the participants also perform the spiritual routine that includes the yoga, puja, and the satsang. The more glimpses from the members in the Grihastha campus enrolled in the Kailasa's COVID care protection initiative as they enter into day 14 of the morning spiritual routine in the Enlightenment ecosystem of Adi Kailasa. The morning spiritual routine makes up the first 5 hours of anyone's day. Is one of the most fundamental and vital practice for any seeker, anyone on the path of achieving enlightenment. So here are the glimpses from the Kailasa Department of Housing working on the Chit Sabha in Adi Kailasa, being cleaned and prepared by the first batch of members enrolled in Adi Kailasa's COVID care protection initiative for all the new